Hey, everybody. Hope you are doing well. We're going to do another 2 for 1, and we're going to do an absolutely legendary song, the song Respect. That's right, Respect. We're going to start with the original Otis Redding version because it's the original version. And then we're going to do the version that was recorded not too terribly long after that, the Aretha Franklin version. And I think it's really interesting to hear the two songs sequentially, back to back, both from the perspective of the male singer and the female singer. And I think and again, great song, great lyrics, great everything, great message in the song. But it's interesting interesting to hear it from the two different, sides, really. And with that said, let's hit it.
What you want, honey, you got it. And what you need, baby, you got it. All I'm asking for a little respect when I come home. Hey, now, hey, hey, hey. Yeah, now, do me wrong, honey, if you want it. You can do me wrong, honey, while I'm gone. But all I'm asking for a little respect when I come home. Ooh, yeah, now. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, now. Ooh, oh. Hey, little girl, you're so sweet, little honey. And I'm about to just give you all of my money. But all I'm asking, hey, a little respect when I come home. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, now. Hey, little girl, you are sweet as honey, and I'm about to give you all of my money. But all I want you to do is just give it respect when I come home. Hey, 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 respect. That's what I want. Respect is what I need. Respect is what I want. Respect is what I need. Got to have it. Got to have it. Got to have it. Got to have it. Give it, 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 give it from me, baby. Everything I need. Give it from me, baby. Everything I want. Give it from me.
That would be the male version. Now, the ladies.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Just a little bit, hey, baby. Just a little bit. When you get home, just a little bit, mister. Just a
something I've always found very interesting with that. Both versions were recorded by the same engineer. It's true. Tom Dowd, who, if you are into music at all, and you really, I mean, when I say into music, I don't mean just listening to it. I mean, like, you're into music. Like, how was it produced? What was the thought process? How was this done? Where was it recorded? What are the stories? But how did it work with the artist? So on and so forth. Tom Dowd is a name you absolutely should know. He is one of the single most important people in recording music history or music recording history. And there's a tremendous documentary. I may have to do another video at some point on that documentary, but there is a tremendous music documentary called Tom Dowd, The Language of Music. And it's 2.5 hours long, and it's worth every freaking second of watching it. But in there, he tells stories about recording the Otis Redding version, and then coming back and recording the Aretha Franklin version, both for Atlantic Records, and how the two artists approach the same song completely differently or very differently from one another. And he did that with a number of other songs. He's actually, in a big way, he's the whole reason for me doing this whole 2-for-1 video thing that I've been doing since I started this channel, because I've always thought it was interesting. And this particular song is a big reason for that. How it's interesting hearing one artist sing a song and then another artist sing the same song, whether they're inspired by the original version or doing a response to the original version, or whatever the case may be. Just how two different people can record and perform the same song, but in different veins of things. According to the documentary, the Tom Dowd documentary, he had to do that a number of times because he was recording. He was as an engineer for Atlantic Records and the parent the companies that company parented. He was doing a lot of engineering, and he was, for example, he was doing songs by black artists, soul artists, but then he was having to go back and re-record them with white artists for white radio back in the 1950s and 60s and 70s, well, 50s and 60s mostly. But, he'd do a song with one artist, and then all of a sudden, a black artist, then he'd have to come back and do it with like Pat Boone or somebody like that. That sort of make it more palatable for the prejudice of the radio market back in that time period. And it's just a really insightful thing into sort of not only music history, but American history in a lot of ways too. I could not recommend that documentary more. I mean, that to me is top 3 all-time music documentaries of all time. It's right up there with Rush Beyond the Lighted Stage and anything else you can come up with. I'm telling you right now, Tom Dowd, The Language of Music, go watch it if you can find it. I love it so much. I have 2 copies on DVD. There are video clips you can find of it on YouTube as well. And like I said, perhaps I will do a video on that documentary at a later point. With that said, thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. We can talk about it. And I appreciate you all. Thank you and have a good day. Take care.